Hello, everybody. My name is Shay Long, everyone's soon-to-be favorite good boy and bad dragon, here today with SpeedRobo, and we are in the first episode of exploring VTuber design.
Hi there, card folk. This is SpeedRobo. I am trapped inside the body of a Karibo. I suppose I am a VTuber now, and be warned, I'm about to tourist all over the place. I'm very aware. This is something that is out of my depth, and that's why I'm here with Shay today. Because while I am very capable of talking about the TCG side of VTuber TCGs, I'm far less knowledgeable on the VTuber side. That's actually been a point in my content a lot when I do talk about VTuber TCGs. It is always from the perspective of somebody who is a card gamer primarily and exclusively, and talking about how those products relate to my demographic. But now that I am in this field, so to say, I'm going to be learning more about it, and so I'm going to be learning with you today.
Whoa!
And part of the reason why episode one is actually about lore is because of a question that I had. So, Shay, you want to share a little bit about that?
Yes, so the reason episode 1 is about lore is Speed was like, I don't get VTuber lore. They just sit there and they stream. So why do they have lore that includes epic anime battles and fisticuffs and being gods and stuff? And so I said, hey, I think I have a good-ish explanation for that. Let me kind of bring up what makes effective versus ineffective VTuber lore, and uh basically 5 minutes later we went, hey, why not make this into a video series? And we got to making presentations. So I hope you all enjoy, hope you all learn something. I hope Speed learns something and enjoys.
I won't.
Oh, oh no. All right. Uh, so we're going to start off diving into what makes us qualified to talk about this. All
I
right,
should
gonna.
maybe move out of the way. Hold on. I'm gonna be up here now.
Oh, you know what? That's fine. Okay, so what makes me qualified to talk about VTuber lore? Well, I have a BA in television, video, and film production. And so basically, I've had to learn a lot about the world of entertainment and acting and its history. So a lot of this is actually review for me over how entertainer lore came to be and why it's a factor at all. All right, we're gonna get one more little introduction from Speed himself, getting the pink area.
Hi there. I need to move into the pink, as I do. My name is SpeedRobo. I am the CEO of SpeedRobo Games. There is very little that my company doesn't do, and I don't do personally at my company. We are a complete full service game developer, printer, manufacturer, publisher, retailer, distributor. So when it comes to the world of toys and games, which is part of entertainment, that is something that I'm very knowledgeable in. And my foray into the world of VTubers began actually on my YouTube channel. I've been running a YouTube channel for 10 years talking about card game design. And let's just say V Card came across my desk, and the rest is history. So yeah, that's why I'm here today.
All right, so we are going to get into a brief little table of contents. Speed, if you could. Yep, there we go.
Oh,
So
I'm gonna perpetually be in the way. It's just gonna you're gonna have to deal with that.
it is okay. We're gonna work around it. All right. So our first chapter is going to be what is lore, and explaining the purpose and definition we will be using today for this video, because that's not always the same for everyone. We're going to then proceed to the history of lore and how it's used in modern entertainment, kind of where it came from and why we use it the way we do today. It's a very brief section, so uh, there's not too much homework involved there. Then we're going to go into how do we use lore effectively, suspension of disbelief versus your content, and what makes lore generally effective. After that, we have two good examples that we're going to walk you, the audience, through on. Here are the VTubers that I think have good lore for VTubing activities and why it fits. Then for the last bit, we're going to quiz Dr. Speed and see what he's learned, and how it applies to a VTuber he probably hasn't read up on.
I'll tell you what I've learned so far. To quote Shay, get in the pink.
You know what?
That's the
Yeah, we're the pink
that's
ladies from Greece.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, definitely. We're say so here. All right, part one. What is lore? Lore is the internal story for a character or world in fiction, and unfortunately, this does mean FNAF lore is accurate and correct usage. F in the chat for correct FNAF lore. A good example.
So
Oh,
no, go ahead.
I was going to say a good example of how lore would apply to card gaming is in the sense of like Magic has its own internal story about these factions in perpetual war, whereas Yu-Gi-Oh has Gaga Gigo running around the world and getting mutilated as told through the cards. It's all pretty much a internal story and consistency for the characters on the cards and the characters you're following throughout a given piece of media.
So I think well, this is kind of an interesting question. I have a question immediately. So, um, in the context of, say, Card Fight Vanguard,
Mm-hmm.
right? The anime itself would not necessarily be considered lore, but these stories that are taking place on Cray, as told through flavor text, would be.
Yes, that is 100% correct. The Card Fight Vanguard anime would be a good example of the game's mythos, not the VTuber
Mm,
agency. Uh, that is actually a different exploring VTuber design I had planned for the future. We will touch a
excellent. Okay.
little, yeah, we will touch a little bit on mythos here and there because it and lore are very much interwoven together.
Got it. All right, good. Yep, I think I'm up to speed.
Perfect. So, why do we only apply our definition to fiction for the sake of our purposes today? Well, number one, lore implies a world unlike our own in a lot of key ways. So, for example, uh, unfortunately, as cool as I am, we do not have dragons flying around in reality. And so, basically, by introducing the fictional element, we get to okay, lore explicitly implies there is a fantasy involved. And when that lore does penetrate our real world, it has a chance of connecting to mythology or history as opposed to uh, staying within the entertainment bubble.
Okay, so now I have a sort of like question example again.
Go right ahead.
The event of Twitch plays Pokemon would be more a history or mythology than not a lore.
I'm not familiar with this particular circumstance, so I would.
Okay, please keep in mind that I am old,
Mhm.
right? So even like references to Five Nights at Freddy's, I'm just like, oh yeah, that thing I'm too old for, right? Like that's the thing you got to keep in mind. So like
Right.
I think I've mentioned this before, but to add a little bit of context to those who may not be familiar with me watching, I've actually mentioned in the past that VTubers themselves were the first thing that I can remember in my life popping up, me looking at and saying, oh, okay, yeah, I'm too old for that. That's for the kiddos. And then not really paying much attention to.
That makes sense. Yeah,
That's just it's like no knock against the whole VTubing thing.
n-
Obviously, I'm here. I'm interested
yeah,
in
you're
learning.
here now,
But like
you're
I just
learning.
yeah, exactly. But it's something that I just remember like happening. Like I remember, though I do the one thing I do remember is the Kizuna Eye. I remember like when she popped up, and I've actually been subscribed to her channel pretty much since day one. So
Yo, that's awesome. We love Keys and
yeah,
I here.
I was there for the inception, and then as more of them popped up, I was just like, oh, well, that's cute. that was kind of my
That
that was
make
kind of my takeaway.
that makes sense. To be fair, Kizuna I had massive corporate backing, I believe. And so
Yeah,
she
I
was
don't
like
know too
the
much.
invention of sliced bread for all intents and purposes.
Right, exactly. Um, Well, yeah, anyway, sorry, that derailed things slightly going over my history. That's not lore. That's history.
That is
Tied it back
history,
into the
not lore.
discussion.
See, we are learning things today. All right. So the other thing that's going to be important about lore is lore sells your high concept. And in fiction, a high concept is, you could call it a premise of a given fictional work. And basically, it's like your gimme. You only get one, and that is what you have to stick with. So I put Jurassic Park here very intentionally because it's a very good and easy example of a high concept. We brought back dinosaurs and put them in a theme park. That is the high concept of the movie. That is the gimme. It is why you are suspending your disbelief about, okay, there are dinosaurs running around. This is how the world operates.
Got it.
Part two, the history of lore. Uh, so Speed, I want to ask you, where do you think lore originates from as we use it in entertainment today?
Um, my brain stopped working. Can you run that by me one more time?
Yeah, where do you think lore comes from in terms of how we use it in entertainment today?
So I think it comes from like the word or hold on, like the specific word, like
Like
the etymology.
the specific definition that we're using and like
Oh,
how it kind of
oh,
applies to things.
oh no.
Oh no,
I don't know actually.
you don't know?
Yeah,
You know,
I genuinely don't know.
that is a valid answer. I just wanted to see
Yeah,
some. I've had some people guess this before, is why I
yeah, I don't
asked.
know.
So, lore, how we use it in entertainment today, it originates in vaudeville performances. And so,
Oh,
yeah.
so racism.
uh kind of, not quite. So yes, vaudeville performances were quite racist in their day, but the performative elements of vaudeville still penetrate a lot of what we do have modern forms of entertainment. One of those things is lore. Uh, so, for those who don't know, vaudeville was a series of primarily family friendly live performances in the late 1800s to the early 1900s. And much like the current VTuber market, it was massively oversaturated. Basically, you could not turn the corner without seeing some new vaudeville act on your local stage happening tomorrow, next week, next month. They were
Yeah, yeah,
everywhere.
yeah. That sounds familiar. Yep.
It does
Yeah,
sound
no,
familiar.
that's ringing a lot of bells for me right now, buddy.
I know, it's almost like the parallel was intentional or something. Crazy.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. It's almost like you're good at your job. That's not possible.
I hope I'm good at my job. I don't think I am, but yeah.
Dude, this has been great. I'm having a really good time.
I'm glad. So, uh, pop quiz. We have Strongman 1, 2, and 3. How do you pick which Strongman you're going to go see on your 1800s nickel? Because you only had one.
Right. Oh, it's whoever has like the coolest backstory.
Yes, exactly.
Got it. That checks that. Okay. Okay. It's all coming together for me now. I understand.
It's all coming. I'm glad. So
Yeah,
basically,
I get it.
so basically, uh, what would happen is people would spread word of mouth about which act is the coolest, based on the ones they've
Right.
seen and what happened in it. So a lot of that lore would make its way onto the posters, actually. As you can see in the middle
Hmm.
one, strongest man on earth, he can lift up to 4,300 pounds.
Right. Right.
And so
I
even if
see.
that's greatly exaggerated, that is still a very impressive number. And it's like, okay, how are we going to buy this performance? I'm interested in seeing what Louis Sayer does.
Wait, hold on. 4,000, that can't be a real number. That doesn't sound that's
It
got to be a fake number.
it's probably part of the performance. So basically, part of how vaudeville acts would sell themselves is probably also going to be very familiar to you, is they would play
Ah,
into the fantasy of whatever they're doing as part of their stage act, right? So
I
he
see.
wasn't he probably wasn't actually lifting 4,000 plus pounds, but they did some kind of stage trick to make it look like he
Mm,
was, and that
got
was
it.
like the
Okay.
big sell and razzle dazzle of the act.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
yeah, kind of like how you're not actually a Karibo, but right now
Well, listen
you.
here. Well, now hold up. All right, there's some accusations.
Oh,
Yeah, those are some strong accusations. All right. Listen, you can neither confirm nor deny that you handed me this model on a Creative Commons license from links probably in the description, and I just went to paint.net and changed the colors to like kind of sort of match my colors. You've got no evidence other than that I'm posting the evidence right now on twitter.com. Other
Google
than that evidence,
Docky,
there's no evidence. Yes, Google Docky.
Google
SpeedRobo
Docky.
is not actually a Karibo.
Canceled in the first video. I expect
I'm
nothing
okay with that,
less.
actually. I can live with that. It's not necessarily a problem.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, lore essentially makes you different, and it's what separates you from the other performers in your category. And so word of mouth would get around saying, hey, this guy's never lost a fight because he's just that strong. And people would come to see the strong man beat up Big Jimbo, who's definitely not an audience blue collar plant.
Mm.
Uh, Heck, some of the lore would even be supplemented by titles, and that is a trait that later made its way into sports advertisement. Uh, and then later back into entertainment in the form of sports movies. It's why pretty much every sports athlete in a movie you've ever seen does have a suffix. Rocky Balboa, the Italian stallion.
Right. Okay. I gotcha. Yeah.
All right. So
I
we're out of the history section. Any question?
no, but I do appreciate the Rocky reference because that is more in my age bracket, so you know that helps.
You know, the Rocky movies are just a classic. You can't go wrong.
They are pretty good. I like the one where he runs up some stairs.
He does run up those stairs.
He's so good at it. That was my favorite part.
He is. So, how do we use war as a VTuber and make it effective, right? Because uh as you can see, there are definitely people who are going to read the or watch the VTuber lore and be confused on, hey, wait a minute, what's this? Why you said you said you save fair maidens from the tower, but all I see you doing is playing video games that don't even have a damsel in distress in them.
OMG, that's so me. That's me. I do that.
You did do the thing.
That's what I said. It's
So,
me.
so there are four ways of effectively using VTuber lore, and I'm gonna keep this right here. Disclaimer: this is the part that's very much my opinion, and of course, there are definitely situations where one or multiple of these don't apply, and it's still good in that particular instance.
No, if you don't follow these exact steps, your lore is trash.
Oh no.
Yes. I'm putting words inside of Shay's mouth right now. Cancel this man on twitter.com. But you can't cancel him on twitter.com because twitter.com is not a real website.
Uh, Formerly twitter.com, now x.com,
Yes.
forward
The
slash
only
Shay Long underscore dragon.
subscribe to his twitter.com.
Yeah, I post about
That's
hash
something that
brown.
happens on that website, right?
Yeah, definitely. You know, and they get to see me post about hash browns.
Dude, I
No,
fucking love hash
hash
browns.
browns are amazing.
They're so good. What were we talking about?
Effectively using
Compliments
VTuber
your
lore.
design.
It
Tell me more about that.
All right. So, one thing is effective VTuber lore does something to enhance or complement your visual presentation. So, for example, I right here am a dragon. So if my lore suddenly said I am an imp, well, that wouldn't complement my design very well, right? Because I don't have those trademark demonic features. I'm very clearly primarily green coded instead of red coded. Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. So I actually think I have an example of this,
go ahead.
and we might get canceled for this because I know that she's very popular. But this is one that I'm familiar with. So Zentreya, um, as I recall from the backstory, they're a machine, right? But then
Hmm.
they had a dragon design for a while, and that would be like an async. That'd be like that kind of throws off the lore, right?
Correct. That is so in Zentrea's case, it is an example of gap moe in which the dissonance between appearance and lore kind of is the appeal.
Got it.
But
Yeah, but I was just thinking about because like you gave the whole like I'm an imp now example, and immediately like that popped into my head of like, oh wait a minute, I know an example.
that
I smart. I watch VTube.
he learning.
He learning.
So the next thing is your VTuber concept should explain why you're streaming in character. You don't always have to abide by that in character reason to the letter, but it needs to be there for the people who are interested in the VTuber fantasy, especially if your concept involves a notable occupation, right? I'm not a game designer. It's not anywhere in my lore. And so uh basically saying, "Hey, oh wait, you know what? I accidentally got into the next point." It
Oh
supplements your
no.
streaming activity.
Oh.
So those two kind of very much go together. It's
They go
very
together.
hard to
Got it.
separate
Yeah.
one from the other. So basically, your notable occupation needs to connect to why you're streaming in character and also supplement your streaming activity. Why do you do the types of streams you do? Right? So in my lore, I'm not a game designer. So, and I'm not going to do any game designing streams, but if I did make either claim, that is part of what people would expect out of me and my content.
Got it.
And then the last bit is uh, effective lore helps connect the model and the operator. Basically, if you are going to stream in character, that lore should be something that you can easily portray and connects with you personally because, well, you're pretty much, unless you rebrand, which is both time consuming and expensive, you're pretty much stuck with whatever you chose. And so,
Right.
it should be something easy for you to portray, easy for you to keep up, and ideally there's something about yourself in there dialed up to 11.
Got it. So rebrand every stream. Next stream, I'm coming back with a completely different model, and my voice is going to sound totally different. Understood. Got it.
We did it.
Woo! No, don't do that. That's the opposite. That's the
Yeah,
joke.
do the
That's
opposite of that.
yeah.
And
Don't do that. Got it. Okay.
so I brought a friend from your catalog.
That's oh man, that's one of my that's the art by um Josh Roypen. That's where I got the art from. He's really good. You should
You
go buy
should
art from him.
you should go. Link in the description.
Yeah.
But this is going to be our hypothetical example VTuber. That way we're not picking on any real people. We're not punching down because that's not what this is about.
Well, all right.
This is Angel Face Angela. She is an aspiring VTuber presenting us with her lore. We will see both a effective and ineffective example of her lore with explanations. And so we're going to read it over. We're going to then discuss why it might not be effective, full reveals, and caveats after.
Got it. All right.
All right, so here we have Angela's ineffective lore. Speed, would you like to read it?
Angela is a guardian angel VTuber modeled after chickens. She protects the prince of the island nation of Evaria and is his close personal confidant. She's an absolute girly girl who loves puzzle games at night while the prince sleeps, and she is super vulnerable to assassination attempts. Angela streams Elden Ring challenge runs. Okay, I'm immediately detecting many problems.
Mm-hmm. And
All right,
those problems are.
number one, I don't understand the thing about chickens. I don't get it. Number two, if we're gonna be talking about some kind of prince, who is he? Are we gonna see him? I don't know. Why are we talking about him? I don't care about him. What's his deal? I mean, he kind of sounds like the main character here. I want to watch him VTube or whatever is going on here. Puzzle games, that's cool. Yeah, whatever. Maybe don't Elden Ring while he's being assassinated. There you go. Those are my notes. I feel like that's pretty valid.
Yeah, don't play Elden Ring when the person in your care is going to be assassinated
Yeah, he's getting stabbed right now.
right now.
You might want to go. You
All
might want to go fix that.
yeah, all because you had to play Elden Ring.
I mean, I get it. It's Elden Ring.
It
But wait,
is.
hold on. Wait a minute. 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 Hold on. Shut up. Shut up. No, don't say anything. I know it's another huge fucking problem. Elden Ring's not a puzzle game.
It is not.
Wait a second. That's an issue.
That is an issue.
You stuck that one in. You thought you'd get a fast one on me, but I caught it.
You did. Gold star for
Yeah,
SpeedRobos.
let's go.
All right, so why Angela's lore is ineffective. So, funnily enough, the chicken thing wasn't it. That one was a red
The chicken
herring.
thing's still stupid, and I stand by it.
You know what? That's valid. Uh, I looked up what Angela's wings would most resemble from the animal kingdom, and
Oh, sure.
yeah, and
Okay,
so
sure.
I got chickens, and I'm like,
You
oh
got
yeah, their wings are
chickens.
pretty close, and so
All right, all right. Okay, I'll give it to you. That's understandable. Okay. I do see your point on the design not being uh like traditionally feminine. Like that's fair. Yeah. Okay. That's
yeah,
legit.
the design is not traditionally feminine, like nothing about how oh uh whoops,
You're on the wrong page.
we are on the
There
wrong
you go.
page. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, you know, she's covered in band-aids. She's got another
Yeah.
bruise right here on her elbow. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, the overalls are not fashionable whatsoever. Her hair's a
Yeah.
mess. Yeah, nothing about this screams girly girl, which could be a fun instance of gap moe and could be explained by her personality, but
Right.
that's not the case here.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's something to definitely something to note. Yeah.
Explains why you're streaming in character. Angela's primary occupation, as stated, is far too important for her to be streaming Elden Ring. Right?
Hmm.
There's a prince that she needs to guard. This is like her main job, as stated in her lore. If that's the case, how does Elden Ring accomplish that? It doesn't.
I mean, honestly, I kind of want to know what the prince is of. I'd rather watch the prince,
See,
frankly.
you know what? That is another point. If your lore does mention another character and you're not like part of a duo or a team or some kind of VTubing group, you know, someone's going to read, "Oh, this character is important," and go, "I want to watch them."
Right. Exactly. I want to know what he's up to.
Yeah, why is he playing Suika game while the girl who loves puzzle games is supposedly streaming Elden Ring?
That's a good question. Dude, okay, see, now we're making a different VTuber, right? And I'm way more interested in that. I want to watch the Prince play Suika game. I do. That sounds like a good time. That sounds great. And then, oh, wait a minute, it'll be like a one stream only thing because then he gets murdered in the middle of his stream because his
Because then he
bodyguard's
gets
playing Elden
murdered
Ring.
because Angela's not doing her job.
Yeah, he just dies. Just dies live on stream. Whoops.
Whoops. But yeah, so part of her lore is she loves puzzle games, right?
Mhm.
But that's not incorporated anywhere in what she does. So she's
Yeah.
not playing Suika game. She's off doing things in Elden Ring and getting mollywopped and being miserable because Elden Ring is more popular.
Hmm. No, I get that. That checks out. I mean, it'd be like, it makes sense for me to stream Shadowverse, but it wouldn't make sense for me to stream I think of a good example. I just don't play anything that's not a card game. Hold on, I'll think of something. Street Fighter. That's a video game.
That is a video game.
Yeah, I don't stream Street Fighter, but I stream Hearthstone. Yep, okay. That makes sense.
And then the last thing is it probably doesn't connect to Angela as the operator of her model, right? You
Mm.
know,
Hmm.
either Angela actually is the girly girl and the model was designed in such a way that it doesn't fit her at all, or she's just far too sassy and tomboyish to properly convey the stoic guardian of somebody else.
Mm. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
so, the lore and the personality don't mesh, and not in like the
Yeah,
good Gap Moe way.
right. No, I'm with it. That makes sense.
All right. So, luckily, we gave Angela a second chance and she drafted up VTuber lore round 2. All right, Speed, would you like to read the effective lore?
All right. Angela is a guardian angel VTuber modeled after chickens. With one major problem, she has too many wards to protect. In order to keep them all out of trouble, Angela streams. It's harder for people to get themselves in danger if they're being entertained. Ah, okay. Okay. As an angel, Angela takes the appearance of a tomboyish mechanic since it's her job to fix the problems of dumb mortals in her care, while she speedruns puzzle games in the hopes it'll help boost the intelligence of any wards that happen to be tuned in. Okay. I I get it now. It makes sense. See, this I get it, right? Like, okay, it all ties. Okay, yep,
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
get
all
it.
coming together.
This, I get this. Yes, right? Okay. There's like, yeah, it always throws me off when I see like a VTuber lore video or like a lore description. I'm like, but it doesn't, why, but why are they playing video games? See, this one tells me why she play video games. So I like it.
Right, it tells us why she played video games. It Oh wait, hold on. That's the next slide.
Oh, it's almost like you planned this.
Whoa.
Whoa.
But yeah, so it supplements her streaming activity because the puzzle games are clearly a means to try and educate those that Angela is sworn to protect. She just has too many people. Each and every one of her
Yeah.
followers is someone that she is a guardian of.
Oh, and it ties the viewer into the little story, so it makes them feel special and give her more money.
It does. But
Ah, genius.
and it keeps her occupation important, right? Guardian
Hmm.
Angel, too many
Yeah.
people to look after. This is the workaround.
Right, right. If we shove them all in a Discord server, that makes things easier.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. All right, I got it. Yep, that's clever. That's very clever.
In terms of design, it ties together being an angel
Hmm.
and a mechanic, right? Because not only
Yeah.
can you think of puzzles as something to fix, right? The pieces are out
Hmm.
of order and you have to put them together in the right configuration. in order to make the puzzle
That's
function
good. Yeah.
properly. But it also relates to, hey, I fix problems for my viewers, guardian angel.
No, that checks out. I like that.
Then, lastly, it connects the model and the operator a whole lot better. Angela's allowed to be sassy and boyish and foul-mouthed because she has 100 little shits to watch, and all of them are telling her how to do her job better.
Like Chibi
Like
Doki.
Chibi Toki!
I love it when she swears in Spanish. That shit's
It
funny.
is.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one. I like that one because she's a Looney Tunes character that swears Spanish. That's good.
All right.
That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. We love Chibi in this house.
Yeah, 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 absolutely.
All right. Now for the real test. We're going to apply this to actual VTubers.
Oh no.
Oh no. See, this is
Right.
the part where people see the thumbnail and don't watch this far in the video and go, "How dare you insult my Oshi?" And
Wait, no, so it's this is the clickbait portion,
this is
right?
the
So this is
clickbait
this is the portion
portion.
that allows us to put I see. Okay, I understand now. I understand the function of this. See,
Yeah.
I'm unveiling all the secrets to the viewers so they know that they're getting clickbaited.
Oh no. Don't listen to them. I'm definitely about to insult everyone's Oshi.
Good. That's the way I thought that was my job.
So, our our first candidate here is Doki Bird. Doki Bird is a thief or an outlaw known to be quick on the draw and able to take people out in a single shot. However, since her moral code only allows her to rob one bank each year, she streams in her downtime while playing FPS games to keep her aim sharp.
Ah, okay, got it. Yeah. That's not a bad one. That one's pretty good. Um Yeah, no, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Like it makes sense. Like again, I'm not asking for a high bar here. I'm just asking for like if you're gonna, I'm gonna move closer so that all the VTuber people out there can hear me. Like if you're gonna write some lore, right, for me to enjoy for your VTuber, I want you to like bare minimum, this is the bar. Tell me like why you play a video game. And this one does. So I like this one. This one's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't know how she hasn't gotten caught yet. That's kind of my question though.
You know what? She's just that good.
I don't know, man. I'm like all one guy has to do is kind of like squat her while she's playing like Payday 2 or something, and you know, I can see that not ending great.
You know what? That's fair. So, basically, how it complements Doki's design is her look makes perfect sense after you find out she's a thief or an outlaw, right? She has the
Yeah,
bullet banister there, the little target, the loose fitting tough guy leather jacket, even
yeah,
even her little pet here has their bandana.
yeah, yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah, I
You
like
know,
that.
also invokes the Wild West. Doki has her own bandana. It all fits very well together. I couldn't find a good image, but Doki will usually have like a aimbot crosshair in one of her eyes.
Oh, okay. Neat.
Yeah. Uh her gameplay doesn't also back up the whole aimbot thing almost perfectly. She doesn't use
Mhm.
one, but her clips are insane. Like if you watch Doki play Marvel Rivals or uh what did she used to play? You know what? It's mostly Marvel Rivals now. So if you watch
Uh,
Doki play Marvel Rivals, you're going to see her, maneuvering properly, doing all the good stuff. She even pretty consistently gotten to, I think, the top 30 players.
out of 30?
No, out of like all of the Marvel Rivals players, out of like, so that's at least
30?
8,000?
At least 30.
At least 30. It's a lot closer to multiple thousand.
Okay, well, you can. We'll go with that then. I choose to believe she's 30 out of 30 because that'd
Under
be funny. That's what I'm going with for the bit.
This is the part where you get canceled on Twitter. How dare you insult
I'm
Doki's
asking for it at this
gameplay?
point. I'm asking for it at this point. They're gonna clip me. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Yup.
Doki's gonna come to my house and steal my kidney. I'm gonna be here once per year. That's what I'm gonna be.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not gonna go well. But that's all right. I already got her IP address off of when she was playing Hitman, and the SWAT team's en route. So better watch out.
Oh no. All right. So, why she's streaming in character, her moral code. I don't know why she can only do one crime per year. Maybe it's a laziness thing. Maybe her dad used to own the bank and so, she has nostalgia for the days of, her dad coming home. We don't know. But we do know that she can only steal once a year, and so she just has a lot of downtime, and that's why she's streaming
Yeah.
in character. How it connects
Okay.
her, how it connects Doki, the person behind the model, and Doki's model is the outlaw thief thing. Just allows her to be as friendly and charming and lit up as she wants to be, because
Hmm.
you know it could be argued that she's conning people or that,
Sure. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I get that. I see where that's going from. Yeah.
yeah, Doki has just a really good solid example of VTuber lore done effectively.
Yeah, and playing the FPS games makes sense. Like that's good. Yeah, I like this.
All right, we have our next candidate, a snooty prince. uh
All
it's
right.
probably good that she is not king.
Okay.
So this is Rin John VTuber Penrose. She is a prince. She hates being called a princess. She's definitely always the smartest person in the room, full stop. Uh, we're totally not running out of facts here at all. Definitely.
I know this
Her.
one. I know this one from V Royale. She's like, "What if Merryweather was unplayably bad and not meta worthy?"
Oh no.
I'm sorry, dude. The shark archetype in V Royale is just kind of ass. That's just fact. It's not good. You just play dogs instead, and it's better.
You know what? That's understandable.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, Merryweather's the most broken card in the Merryweather card game. What a surprise.
So true.
So true.
But Rin Penrose lore is effective because she performs the absolute hell out of it, right?
Mm,
So it connects to the model and operator because she is always talking about how she has no real life skills, and her family backs this
right.
up when they come on stream.
Got it. Okay.
In terms of her gameplay, she whatever game Rin is playing, she just messes around and tries to see if the game breaks or if something funny
Mm,
happens. She's not playing to be good, she's playing for her own amusement.
got it. Okay.
Uh, explains why you're streaming in character. What else is a lazy royal to do, right? Because
Mm,
her mom is out there running the kingdom when her mom isn't on stream. and her brother is not next for succession, and so Rin just has all sorts of time on her hands.
Hmm.
Then in
Got
turn,
it. Yeah, I think what's interesting about these past two examples, right, is Doki's is like a lot more in depth, and Rin's is just kind of like I dressed up like a prince today, and that is going to be my bit, And I don't think that I think both approaches are pretty good, right? Because, like I said, the entire bar, in my opinion, is why play the Vidya game, right? And like this does that, and so I think it's fine that this one's a little bit more diet on the lore side
yeah, like
than compared to like Doki's, because yeah, like I get it, it gets the job done.
yeah,
So yeah, good.
your lore does not have to be complicated as long as you can reasonably play into it.
Yeah,
And
I actually, I,
Rin is a
I actually
very
don't like the complicated force.
yeah,
I,
Rin
I
is
don't
a
like, I don't
very
like it with the
good
least.
example of how less can be more.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I would give a thumbs up, but my arms are stuck like this, so we're we're kind of not going to be able to do that right now.
It's okay. We're just not going to cast multiply and turn you into 100 more Karibos that blow
Oh, listen, buddy,
up.
buddy. Look, multiply is gonna happen. You can't stop it. It's gonna happen. I just don't
Multiply
want to
is
do it.
inevitable.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it while the cameras are rolling. It's a little indecent, trying to not get you, you know, banned. Which is why we don't
Understandable.
repeat what Chibi Doki says.
We do not.
No, whatever she says, just don't do it. Don't
Don't
do it live.
don't do it.
That's how you'll get banned.
All right. And so, for this last one, I did not prepare an answer key because I think this is a strong enough example on its own that Speed will be able to take everything
Oh,
we've learned today and
wait.
apply it to this VTuber.
Oh, I think I know who this is. Just based on the description, this is Hana Yome, right?
Um, no, but shout outs to Hanayome.
Uh, oh, well, now I'm sad. Oh, that's not Hana.
That is
That's
not
okay.
Hana. This is Matar Khan. Matar Khan is
Okay.
a cockroach like alien from another world. She crash landed on Earth and uses her streaming activities to learn about the planet and its inhabitants.
Oh, right. Hana's a orchid mantis. Whoops. That's right. She's not a cockroach.
That is okay. To be fair, the hint on the slide was husbands are a food group. There are a lot of
Yeah,
insects that eat their husbands.
that is. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. My entire brain was thinking mantis off that. Whoops. Okay,
Whoops.
got it. So she's an alien. She's not even an actual bug. That's a turnoff.
Hey, there can be bug aliens.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
I mean,
but
aliens aren't bugs.
yeah,
Aliens are food.
I prepared no answer key. This is
Okay.
all about you are going to take our four criteria and based on the description, see if you can figure out how they apply.
Oh, like right now, this is all I get?
Yeah, like right now.
Oh no. Okay. Well, let's see. Um, huh. So good news, immediately off the rip, based on this description, she could kind of play whatever games she wanted and it would fit into the lore. So that's good. Um, huh. Cockroach like alien uses streaming activities to learn about the planet. I guess that's fine. I mean, that makes sense. So it kind of explains like why she's streaming. Does the model fit the lore? I'd say like kinda. I'm getting like I get the bug girl, monster girl vibes off of this, right? But do I get alien? No, not even a little bit, right? Like there's no like sci-fi elements here. it's just like bug girl, monster girl. And is it even that cockroach? I don't know. I'm not even like, I guess the antenna kind of, right? But I'm not even getting like that much cockroach vibes. So I'd say like it's fine, but I think it's a little weak. Um, and then like, does the streamer be able to puppet the polygon puppet and have it tied to the lore? If you're gonna go with the whole alien stick, I'm gonna say that's gonna be kind of tough, right? Because you gotta act like not a human. And I'm like 90, you know what? I'm gonna call it right now. I'm calling it. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure whoever's behind this polygon puppet, I'm pretty sure she's human. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
so
Shooting my shot.
part of Matara Khan's lore is that uh this is the real Matara, and like the person you see walking around in real life is a skin suit.
That's cool. I
Yeah,
like that. That's a fun bit.
yeah,
I
that's a
like that bit.
yeah, and
That's a yeah.
so it actually
That's a
does also connect to Matara Khan. Uh, without seeing her content, that one's kind of the model to operator is the hard one
Yeah, I'd
to
have to kind of
glean.
see the content to get the model to operator, but I'm just like kind of spitballing. Like I'm thinking about it from my perspective. And if I went with hello, I am weird space alien from the planet Zippity Zoop. I know nothing about Earth. And then I'm just like on stream like, oh, I remember when I was a kid and I watched Johnny Bravo, right? It'd be like, wait, what do you mean you watched Johnny
What do you
Bravo?
mean you
What do
watched
you
Johnny
mean? You're an
Bravo?
alien. No, you didn't. You're lying to me, right? Like that. You see where I'm going with that? That's
Yeah,
why I think that would be like tough.
yeah, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah. So I would honestly say I think this is the weakest out of the three you've shown me, frankly.
You know
I
what?
think this one's the weakest. Yeah.
You know what? That is a fair opinion to have.
That's just
Without
like my
yeah, without
take,
having
man.
seen the content.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
uh,
going just straight off of like one paragraph and visuals here. But yeah, that's my opinion. Like just off of the paragraphs, just off the visuals, the first two I was like, oh, I totally get it because one's like really in depth, but like it all comes together. Like she plays first person shooters because she's a sniper bank robber lady, and she streams when she's not robbing banks because she only does one heist per year. Because like constantly doing heists, I mean, you're just gonna get caught at that rate, right? So like, oh, okay, that makes sense, right? That all comes together. And then the second one's just like, I'm a rich dude, and so I'm just gonna fuck around and do rich dude stuff. Okay, not like in depth, not that creative, but like I get it. It makes sense. It's going to be easy to go with. This one is creative and I like it and I vibe with it. Like conceptually, I think that that could be really cool, but I think it's going to be a lot tougher to constantly like stay in character and not trigger that cognitive dissonance problem that I've had with so many VTubers where it's like, oh, I see that they have like this really in-depth lore where they're like some sort of like reincarnation of Super Satan from the ninth realm of hell, and then like I tune in and it's like, hi guys, I'm just a girl playing
Elden Ring.
whatever Elden Ring or something. Like I don't know. Like what? Huh? So like I'm kind of getting some of those vibes from Matara here, and that's why I think it's the weakest.
You know what? That makes sense. I will say, uh, yeah, without seeing her content, that is definitely
Yeah,
hard. But hey, that gives me something to improve upon in future installments of exploring VTuber design. You know,
absolutely. And I will say this: out of like the three character designs, though, just off of visuals, Matara here easily my favorite. Um, that character design looks great. I love the whole thing that's going on. It's definitely not my bias towards bug girls. Do not check my likes on Twitter. Don't do it.
all right. So, I did not make an answer key, but I'll give a quick rundown of why I think Matara is an effective example.
Oh yeah, I
After,
do think she's effective. I just think she's the least effective, to
you
be
know what?
fair.
That's understandable. Uh, but basically, bug alien can look like anything. So, like, that's kind of the
Yeah.
the whole thing of, it does connect the design to the lore because aliens can be whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, how it connects to her streaming activity, though, I actually really like because uh, what Matara will play games, but while she does it, she usually will get someone on stream to be her guest star and interview them
Um,
about like their life experiences and how they got into
oh,
VTubing and you know,
that's clever.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
fuck. I wish I thought of that. Oh.
yeah, and it being an alien also handily explains why she's streaming, the
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you just want to get home, take off your skin suit, and play video games with interesting people.
Right. It's me always taking off my skin.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
just a little daily malting.
You ever watch Sergeant Frog?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. You won't get the joke, but you should. That's it's one of my favorite cartoons.
I will definitely have to take a look.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And how it connects to
It's
the
like what if it's like Japanese Invader Zim, just
oh,
some
that
context
sounds
there.
sick.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I wish I thought of it now, or I've seen it before now.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. But yeah, no, I'm with you. This it is effective, but I stand by my position of I think the other two are a little bit better.
That's
Atara Con
understandable.
fans, Atara Con fans, you can roast me at the stake if you want. Because jokes on you, I'm into that.
All right.
Um,
So, Speed, uh, can you give the audience a brief summary of what you think you've learned today and do you have a better opinion on VTuber lore and how it works when done in with intention?
yeah, so it makes a lot more sense now, right? Because you've shown me some really good examples of how a VTuber can write a backstory for them that does actually tie into their general streaming activities, which helps a lot, right? And I can coming up with some goofy, silly fictional reason as to why you're doing streaming helps you stand out amongst the actual IRL streamers, which I can see that helping. So I mean, those are the big takeaways that I learned. And the thing that I learned is that you have to be really careful when writing your lore because if you aren't careful, you can get that sort of gut reaction from tourists and normies like me of, oh, this lore's kind of cringe, right? Because it's like, what do you're just play video games? What do you mean you're, whatever, right? And because that's my initial reaction to a lot of it when I was
Hmm.
just sort of bumming around and looking at stuff. I was just like, well, what do you mean you're the descendant of the werewolf gods or whatever? Why? What does that have to do with you playing video game? I don't get it. But there's definitely this has been great because there's I'm seeing more examples of how you can properly incorporate that kind of stuff and make it work. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Checks out.
You know what? I'm just glad that the presentation was both educational and useful to that end. I
I
mean,
had a great time.
yeah, because I kind of put this together and went, oh, uh, this might not be educational for anyone.
No, I'm forgetting what it's called. The 1800s acts where they'd use blackface all the time. The examples with that. As soon as you brought that up, I was just like, Oh yeah, no, it all makes sense now. Right. Of course. Vaudeville.
Vaudeville.
That's what it's called. That's what it's called. All I could think of was you know, the no-no parts of that stuff. Not the fun cool parts where you do like, close-up magic and stand-up comedy and that sort of thing. Or
Yeah,
stand-up
close
comedy
up
that also doesn't
magic,
exist
stand
anymore.
up comedy, to a lesser
Yeah.
degree. Uh,
Yeah, the not racist parts.
yeah, we endorse the parts of vaudeville that still hold up and live on in live theater and
Exactly.
circuses today, not the bad parts that we read in history textbooks.
Oh, absolutely. Which, by the way, that's something that I really enjoy, right? Because I remember, totally side tangent, I suppose, but when I was in school, we
Hmm.
watched a bunch of old cartoons, and one thing that was great is there was a disclaimer at the front of the cartoon of like, "Hey, this was created at this time in history when these things were happening, which is why it's like this, when we wouldn't, consider that to be appropriate today." And that was a really fun, like, historical point. So, yeah. And then one day in the year 3000, people will look back at this video and these VTubers, and they'll put that disclaimer on this video as well. And they'll say, "We don't endorse Karibo Face.
We don't endorse Karibo
We do
face.
not endorse Karibo Face anymore. Not anymore. Not since the Treaty of the Caribonians in the Alpha Centauri sector was signed. In 1,000 years, this whole segment will be considered extremely, extremely
Extremely
culturally insensitive."
controversial.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Our legacies are henceforth tainted.
Well, you know what? That's future me's problem.
And on that note, thank you all very much for watching.
Thank you all for watching.
And
I hope you learned something. Go check out Speed's Twitter, his
no, don't do
channel.
that. No, don't check my Twitter history.
Don't
That's
check his Twitter.
don't do that.
Do check out his channel though. Uh, Maybe including the parts where he roasts VTubers. That way you get a little context on why this series exists and his former understanding. And I sincerely hope to see you all in the next installment.